Hey everybody, welcome to KM Reviews. I am Niddleman. Today I'm bringing you a spoiler-free review for the movie The Belko Experiment. I'm going to give you my rating right off the bat, and if you want to stick around and find out why I gave it that, you can go ahead and do so. But I'm going to have to give this movie blue balls. Now look, you can't look at all my reviews and just assume they're good or bad. Blue balls does not necessarily mean this was a bad movie, it just means I was really disappointed. I feel like it was a missed opportunity. I was actually really enjoying this movie, I really enjoyed watching it, I'd actually probably watch it again. This movie could have easily been a Friends with Benefits rating, except I just feel like they didn't take enough risks in this movie. It's very bloody, yes, but I'll get into what I like, what I didn't like, and then I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below, and we'll talk about that stuff, alright? But overall, what did I like about this movie? What I liked was the premise. No, it's not that original, but guess what? I like this premise. I like these kind of movies where people are forced to kill each other. I hope I'm never in that situation, but fuck, it's fun to watch. Like, I remember the first movie I kind of remember seeing like this. I think it was called The Condemned or something. I think Steve Austin, or I don't remember. There's like a wrestler in it, but they drop all these like killers on this island and they have to kill each other, and whoever is the last one standing gets set free or something, or whatever. Or you have movies like Death Race where, you know, they have to kill each other when they're on the track and the last one to live like gets set free or whatever it is. There's tons of movies like Hunger Games, for example. There's tons of these movies where you're forced to kill each other. But I like those kind of movies. I think it's unique. What this movie did that for itself is basically there's this big building, this corporation, you have no idea what the hell it does. They even make fun of it in the movie about like, what do we do here? Like, but that's not the point. The one day these guys go to work, they've all been working there for like a year, they all know each other. It's kind of like office space relationships, you know, you got people goofing around, you got little inner office relationships, people that hate each other, bosses, blah, 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 blah. But then, all of a sudden, boom, the thing becomes barricaded, and this voice comes over the intercom basically saying, like, look, you have to kill this amount of people within a certain amount of time, otherwise we're going to kill twice as many people for you. And at first it's like, this ain't too serious, but then as they grow to realize it's serious, they have to decide whether their morals are telling them, look, let's go ahead and kill people and spare the lives of all the other ones that would be killed anyways, because we're going to die one way or another, so let's make the decisions for ourselves who lives and who dies. You have the other people saying, no, we cannot kill people, and it's those clashing ideologies that could have made this movie really interesting. They had so much potential to really dig deep into some ideological, philosophical decisions about killing versus not killing versus, you know, is it better to kill one person to save a bunch or to just not kill at all? Or whatever, and the movie failed on that aspect. What I did like was the action scenes that were in it. It was fun, it was entertaining, people swinging axes at each other, shooting each other, all that stuff. It was a good bloody time. If that's all you're looking for, then you'll probably really enjoy this movie. I always like a little bit more to my movies, because if I just want some bullshit action stuff, I'd rather watch a good one like The Raid. That movie's a badass action movie with more to it. But as far as what I didn't... Oh, also, as far as what I did like, I really liked the casting as well. I thought they chose the perfect people for this movie. You got John Gallagher Jr., I think, from Newsroom and 10 Cloverfield Lane. He plays kind of like our version of our character if we projected ourselves on screen for the most part, I think. And then you have all the stereotypical people, and you got other people. But so let me get into what I didn't like before I drone on too long. What I did not like was the creativity. This movie had so much potential to be really creative with how they kill people. You're in an office. There's all sorts of cool office supplies around. Pencils and pens and scissors and keyboards and computers. I wanted to see them using their surroundings as their weapons. You know, I wanted to see someone rip a computer off a wall and smash it over someone's head. I wanted to see someone take some scissors and slit someone's throat. I wanted to see fucking... I don't know, one of those paper shredder things, rip one of those off and start swinging it at people. Just more. But what they do is they have this armory that eventually they get into, and there's weapons in there. And most of the movie, the killing, is just pistol fire. It's like everyone dies the same way. You know, I mean, there's no creativity to the kills. There's a couple of cool kills in this movie that are unique or unexpected or accidental or whatever. But I'd say 80% of the kills in this movie done by the people are with a handgun. And it's not that interesting. Or it's done from the people that are watching blowing something up in their heads. between those two things, like 99% of the people die, and the 1% is reserved for the cool kills. That should have been flipped around. There should have been no armory with all these weapons and stuff. Although the reason it's in there makes sense. If you watch the movie, they explain why this armory is there. But I feel like they should have locked that down too. Like, no, you can't use the weapons. I don't know, something to make it more creative, to make people kill each other with their bare hands and fight ideologically, have some meetings about whatever, not having these time limits of, look, you got to do it within this amount of time, we'll just kill you all anyways, forcing them to just shoot each other. It would have been more interesting to just have them lock in there and maybe even get to the point of like starvation, and it's like, we have to get out of here, otherwise we're going to die of starvation. I don't know. Something more unique is all I'm saying. Something more creative. I mean, this was written by James Gunn, who's done Guardians of the Galaxy. I know the guy's more creative. I don't know how this worked. Maybe they were just like, he needed some money and threw it out there, or maybe it's just some old script he wrote and they were like, hey, we'll use this just to get his name on there. I don't know, but it could have been more creative, and that's what really made me have the blue balls, and that's why I gave it that rating, because I was expecting so much more creativity out of it that I just did not get. I don't know how much more I can talk about this movie without boring you guys. I hope you stuck around. If you saw the movie, what did you think? Let me know. Also, remember, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and stay tuned for more movie reviews if you can handle it. Go.